Om Sadashiva Samarambam Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Param Ishvaro Guratmeti Murti Beda Vibhagine Vyomabda Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Savavedanta Sedanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Satguru Pranatosh Maham Om Shanti 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 Om Namaste. Okay, so we're going to just read again the verse 18. We are on the ninth chapter. And I am the goal, I'm the sustainer, I'm the master, the witness, conscious principle, I am the board, the refugee, and the well-wisher, the source, the ground of revolution, the support, the repository of all, and the inexhaustible seed of meteor creation. So we were looking to the way Swamiji was going to unfold all those features of Brahman as presented by Krishna Guru. So the main thing here, I mean, the most maybe they're all important, is when he says, "I am the sustainer, the well-wisher, and the master, the witness, the sustainer." This sustainer here, Krishna was interpreting it to be the karma palandata. He is both. He is the karma pala when the results come, when our parabada manifests. We have to remember that is given by Ishvara, but not only that, since everything is Ishvara, everything is Brahman. So it's Brahman. The pala is given by Brahman, the giving is Brahman, the receiving is Brahman, as we know. So it's he's saying that that aspect of this verse, the gatihi, means destination. So I am the goal, I am the destination. Yeah? The goal which kept in mind by a person. Yeah, but now I remember. He was saying that everybody has a goal in life. Some people they have just worldly goals, material goals, but yet one has to bring forth some actions in harmony with one's goal. So the result of those actions are going to be success or failure, or those actions are going to bring you closer to the realization of those goals, or even farther away. Okay, so it said that if you pursue the goal in an Adamic way, you may even get to realize your goal, but you're going to destroy your mind. Your mind is your primary instrument of experience, and if you destroy your mind, and then doesn't matter, you can become a multi-billionaire, and you have screwed up your mind. You are not going to be enjoyer howsoever. Huh? So Kamapala is the goal of every human being. Every karta does actions aiming at the destination, which is one's goal. I want to fulfill, I want to realize my desires. And he says, I am everything. Therefore, let's be very careful not to reject our karma palans, because they are coming direct from Ishwara. So in fact, the karma pala is Ishwara as well as the giver of those results. So we see that the importance of accepting everything as coming from the Lord, also physical pain, which may be very disturbing, some pain. Uh, And then he was saying like anything we resist, persist, resistance brings about what? Amplification of that which we are resisting. Not that is really amplified, but your resistance make it appears that it's getting worse. There are a lot of people who suggest the technique of when you have a profound pain, you just surrender, accept it, and then you relax accepting it, and then you see that the pain diminishes. Yeah? So resistance amplifies and it produces heat in the analogy of electrical wire. More resistance you have in the wire, more loss of energy. What do you mean? It's just being dissipated as heat. So the whole thing is how to transmit energy, electrical energy with the minimum loss to heat. Yeah? Unless the purpose is to produce heat in some case. Yeah? So he says, Barter, I'm the sustainer. And in this context, it means the giver of the result. I am the karma paladata. In that context, the sustainer means I am the karma paladatam. I'm not just all the laws, no, including the karmic laws, but I am the karma paladata, means to say I am the laws by which I give the palan, and I am the giver through my laws as well, no? So the results of actions are given by Ishvara. And of course, here Swami says, take into account that all the laws of the creation uh, are producing a result. So there is infinite number of factors bringing about our parabada from moment to moment. We cannot even conceive how many factors. It's numberless. So we have seen up to here. And then if you ask meteorologists, they can take into account a certain number of factors. So Swami was saying that 20, 25 years ago, he was saying at the time they were taking about 106 factors. By now they may be taking into account hundreds or thousands of factors. Yet there are so many more factors that science is not aware of. There is only this supreme intelligent, omniscient principle that knows all the factors involved and presents the results like a super organic computer, not subject to any error or defect. And this is the supreme intelligence, omniscient, self-conscious. And the kings of the old days and the kings of the modern days, they want to determine the parabada of people. They say, no, I am the king. In the old days, they say, I'm a representative of God. In fact, I'm God. I was elected by God. Therefore, I give you the last verdict about you. We're going to chop your head off now. So the kings used to believe that they were the Kampaladatas. But those days are gone. Nowadays, they still do that, but in a more subtle way. The next thing he says, I'm giver as well of those results. Never reject because I'm giving it to you. It serves a certain purpose. In Christianity, they say, thine it will be done. They say in Christianity, whatever you decide, that will happen, and I accept. So acceptance based, founded into understanding of these karmic laws, the complexity and the precision of everything that happens to us, and that this confidence based on logic, on knowledge. So it takes one to a position of never victimize, never challenging God, asking question, why me, the famous one, huh? Why me? Why not my neighbor? And so on. God must be unjust. He said, no, I am beyond justice. I'm beyond all opposite pairs. I have a system, and I'm a sustainer, and I'm a giver of everyone's moment to moment parameter. So it's the master. The master means only a master. The master is a very funny word, but it does not go in the West. A lot of people use this master as a guru, as a teacher, you know. But here Swami presents a master as the supreme intelligence, only a master of the universe, you know, the architect and the master of universe is capable of managing it, running it, you know, in such a precise way, taking consideration numberless factors involving numberless jivas, numberless circumstances, and so it needs to be a real master. It's omnipotent, omniscient, and Shakti is there, therefore his Prabhu is derived from the root Prabhu, means capable, and competent means the master of this universe. So then, Sakshi, while I'm doing all this mischief of giving varieties of kamapalas to all my jivas, even through natural calamities, Lord is giving only kamapalam. That's why earthquake remaining the same. All the jivas do not get the uniform experience of dying on an earthquake or losing everything on an earthquake. So why? Because some people are meant to go through that kind of extreme papa, you know? So the earthquakes and all kinds of natural disasters, we never know. To playfully, I used to say, so how fortunate I am. I was born in an okay society. I was able to move out of Brazil and go on my spiritual church search and come to the privilege of self-knowledge and now a beautiful, quiet old age. And I have never even experienced a war. And then I said, oh my God, why did I say that? And then a few years back, I said, oh my God, I thought I was going to be free from a war. And now we may be facing a third world war, you know, which is going, if it comes, it's going to affect all of us. You never know. It's better not to say anything, but we take what it comes as it comes from the Lord. Therefore, I do all kinds of mischief. And at the same time, from my original nature standpoint, I am Chaitanya, this conscious seer, the conscious drishti, conscious witnessing conscious principle. So from my true original nature, I am just consciousness, and he brings this witnessing consciousness in the verse as well. My nature is the seer, the ultimate non-experience witnessing seer. Aham Sakshi Asmi. From the standpoint of the Lord, he has all the Maya Shakti at his disposal so that he does everything. From my own standpoint, I am a mere witness. So here Krishna is saying, from the standpoint of Brahman, he is the mere Chaitanya Drishta, okay? Drishtya, witnessing conscious principle. And then say, from the standpoint of Maya Ishwara, I have this incredible Maya Shakti that allows me to run everything, to govern everything. I am the master of this universe because I have Maya on my side. But from my true nature, I am only a witness conscious existence. I'm a mere witness of this meteor order of reality. And then I have to run it. I say, okay, let's have Maya Shwara to run it according to these meteor's precise laws and principle. Apara Prakriti Dristya. So I'm the conscious Apara Prakriti. Dristya, no, Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti. Para Prakriti is my true nature as a witnessing conscious principle. Apara Prakriti Dristya, I am Ishvara. And then let's see what he says about the abode of everything. I am a Vishva Adaraha. Ba, 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 ba. Vishwa Adaran. I am the very Adara of the world. In the one sloka itself, you see, I'm lying on the bhujagha of a snake. This is a part that I did not get it very well. I don't know much about the symbolism involving the snake. So therefore, in the first line, the snake is supporting the Lord. Poor Bhagwan, depending on a mere snake. A personal God is sitting on the snake. Dayananda says the first spring coat of the world is energy represented by a coiled snake. No? Uh, so therefore, in the first line, what is Adara? Snake is the support for Bhagwan or Ishvara. And then in the second line, it says, I am the support of the snake. The whole world rests in me. In fact, the Lord is not lying on the snake. On the other hand, the whole creation, which includes the snakes, everything rests on the Lord. So, abode. So, what is the precise meaning of the word abode?
It's a place where one rests, where one stays, like a home is an abode.
Okay.
I think in that sense, but
Okay. So it is the abode, the substratum, the support, the adhisthana, and so on. No? Saranam means shelter, refuge. So when every other person in the world rejects me, when every other person is not able to help me, talking as a jiva, when I become helpless, such as in the case of Arjuna in the battleground, uh, the Lord is the ultimate refuge for everyone. In the same way, it was the ultimate refuge for Arjuna. That means what Artha, I am the protector of the person who surrenders to me. I am the protector of the person who surrenders to me. I am the ultimate refuge. So the story of Dhruva and Prahalada, or Draupadi, and so on. All these stories indicate, and the Lord is a twofold protector. Let's look into that. This is a very subtle subject. In which way the Lord protects everybody who surrenders to the Lord? It said, I protect you if you come to me and accepts me, surrender to my laws, karma being the most relevant. And if you reject me for one reason or the other, I'm not going to protect you. Now, there are stories Puranic stories talking about that. The Lord protects from incidental problems is one level, twofold kind of protection. Incidental problems that a person faces. And also Lord is the protector from the ultimate samsara, the biggest problem, which is the samsara chakra, the samsara illness. So we have incidental problems here and there that the Lord is protecting, but in the macro level, on the overall level, if you surrender understanding this relationship with the Lord, you're gonna be protected from suffering the extreme pain, psychological pain of the sickness of samsara, believing reality is duality, and the world of objects are real, and I'm the doer, I am the enjoyer. I can go and get. I'm go getter, and I have control. I know how to be happy and not taking account Ishwara as the real karma palandatam. Yeah? So, of course, a life lived under that kind of delusion is going to be conducive to samsara, suffering, and the distraction of one's Viveka Shakti. No doubt about that. So he protects in two levels, twofold, incidental and the overall uh, ultimate problem of emotional samsara illness. And then he says that he gives some example to give it incidental protect. Lord has to only kill that person concerned, like Gajendra, and the crocodile destroyed. But when the samsara crocodile is tormenting me, I'm and I surrender to the Lord, then Bhagavan sends Sudarshana Chakram, means yana, so beautiful. So now I start. Sometimes I read very fast, and then only when we are here, then my mind becomes more sattvic, and then I see the beauty of what I read very fast and through, you know. So the Lord can just incidentally offer some protection here and there, removing some some dangers, some papans, you know, or at least minimizing the impact of some papans. But if the mind comes to the extreme condition of suffering from samsara, and then the samsara crocodile, then the samsara crocodile is tormenting me, and then the only solution is surrender to the Lord. And I surrender to the Lord. That then Bhagavan sends what? Jnana, knowledge, you know, Ishwara knowledge, yeah, Brahman knowledge, Aham Brahmasmi knowledge, Suru Tattvamasi knowledge. He sends and destroys the root cause of this crocodile of samsara. So incidental protection can be given as spiritual punya, spiritual protection here and there. Ultimately, what the protection we want is the protection from this spiritual ignorance, which causes this extreme psychological pain called samsara, crocodile of samsara, that which kills us, destroys our mind and everything. This is the ultimate protection that can only be given by the means of jnana. I give therefore saranam. Saranam by definition means that in whose presence we are free from our problems. A well-wisher, and they make a subtle difference. We have seen in the sixth chapter. Let's see if he clarifies this a little bit more. So in the sixth verse, we saw two words, searching and mitra. I don't know how to pronounce. What is the difference? When I know someone, and because of my acquaintance and familiarity, I helped him. that kind of help to a known person, and also with the idea that if I help him today, he may help me in the future. Therefore, the person is a known person. Therefore, I offer protection, I offer help. Whereas in the other case, Shruti is one who helps another person, even if he does not know anything about that person. It's just it's natural to offer some help. Uh, Everybody is deserving case to receive help, and not only he helps, even an unknown person, he helps a person he does not know without any expectation of any return. So, what is the Lord? Lord comes under one category, which is he does help us in any case without any expectation, but he does not require surrender, let's say. Lord comes of that he does not expect anything, and we are also ready for that. We should get it for free. Therefore, they say that a person promised a house, and then he goes into analogy, a nice kind of a joke here. But I did not get very much clear the nuance between these two levels of protection. Do you guys have some more insight? The incidental protection and the ultimate protection from.
I don't have too much insight. I just think that the Lord protects everyone. He wishes everyone well. In other words, by your nearness to the laws and the order, you get that protection. And the other is the friend, where you have partiality, I think. So the Lord has no partiality, is how I took it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm the ultimate refuge for everyone. And then he says, that means that I am the protector of the person who surrenders to me. And how about the people who do not surrender? That's what I'm saying. And then he brings the story of Dhruva and this and that without elaborating much on this story. And then he says, he did not present the story, but he says, so this story indicates that the Lord is a twofold protector. He's a protector that protects us from incidental problems, but he's also a protector from the ultimate crocodile of samsara. So to give incidental protect, the Lord has not to only kill the person concerned in that story. He kills and that's it. But even if it removes that 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 factor, in that case, some asuras or some violators of dharma, some assassins. So the dharma, the Lord just destroyed that person. So, and then that crocodile was destroyed, in terms of symbolism. But when the samsara crocodile comes, which is the ultimate crocodile, and then I need an ultimate protection, because the ultimate crocodile is a psychological problem that somehow destroys our peace and happiness and our Viveka Shakti as well at the end. And then he says, so when samsara crocodile comes, the big one, then start tormenting me and I surrender to the Lord. But since we don't know the story, and then he say, Bhagwan sent Sudarsana, means Yanam. So, okay, so I think I got more or less the meaning behind what he's trying to say. There are two ways to to protect or to help someone. Let's see a very simple story. There is this story that you a fisherman, you fish, and then you have your neighbor that is very poor and hungry. You give a fish every day, and then one day you say, "No, I'm gonna give them Yana the knowledge on how to fish." Okay, I just remove the problem incidentally here and there when they are hungry with the children. Now I have to give him Yana the knowledge on how to fish. Okay, so here the Lord can just remove some threats and some obstacles, some papas here and there, but ultimate the Lord wants what? That we surrender to Atmayana, to Darshanayana, to go through this process. Because as we know, the root cause of samsara is spiritual ignorance. You know? And the only solution for the overall ultimate samsara is the spiritual knowledge. I like to use spiritual ignorance rather than self ignorance, because spiritual ignorance begins with the ignorance in respect to Saguna Ishvara, which is not the ultimate reality, but it's an ignorance begins there. I know nothing, and I even reject the possibility because I believe that there is no such a thing as God. All there is matter and the mind. No? So, in one level, Ishvara can protect people by destroying the enemies of the good people, the enemies of Dharma, and so on. But then Ishvara comes and says, okay, guys, so I'm not going to be here babysitting you, protect you every time you get in trouble. So I need you to just get this knowledge. I'm giving you this yana, spiritual yana, so that you can be free from this huge ultimate uh, crocodile called samsara. And two ways we treat the problem. One is incidentally, by running to God and asking incidental protection. The other is give me knowledge because I'm tired of bothering you, you know. I want to be free from your protection. In the sense, give me yana. Right, Mark? Anything else?
I was just thinking back to the last chapter when we were dealing with the different bhaktis, different levels of bhakti, where some people ask for samsaric results, and some people, the niskama bhaktis or whatever they were called, asked for just purification of the mind, so they would nothing exterior. I was thinking along those lines.
Yeah. It involves everything on those lines. So as we begin getting this spiritual knowledge, you are not a bhakta that's always there running to God to ask, oh, I'm in trouble here, save me and give me help. It's only when we're in trouble we are doing that. That's the most primary or if
the basic,
very lower level of bhakti. Yeah. As we
yeah.
grow, we are more like a contributor, and we begin stopping our prayers and not asking things from the Lord, but we are offering things to the Lord. And that is only possible if we begin to assimilate this knowledge present in the Gita, It covers everything, covers Saguna Ishwara and Nirguna Ishwara. But then he says here, so the Lord comes under the category that protects everybody indiscriminately. Even if you don't surrender, he's still going to protect you. How he's going to protect us, so we don't really understand that, because if you don't understand this relationship with Saguna Ishwara, and not to talk about not understanding what it means, Nirguna Ishvara, if you are totally ignorant in respect to Saguna, Nirguna, Ishvara, and then Ishvara is going to protect you not in the way we imagine, He's going to protect us, giving us more pain until we connect the dots. You understand? So it takes everybody, but some people cannot learn from Punya, and then they need Papa to begin connect the dots and start learning something. And he does that freely without expecting any result. He hopes that we grow and we don't come to the extreme of destroying one more civilization in this planet. And it's just speculation. My speculation is that other civilization may have gone from this planet because we developed too much technology. And as we gain more and more technological knowledge, we just look down into spiritual knowledge, and then we become so powerful with all this technology and we reject God. And that is a recipe to disaster, as we can easily infer. So they say that a person promised a house to the Lord. So the guy is, he's a good guy. He goes to church and he prays and he makes some good deals, bargains with the Lord and say, so if you solve me this problem, this house of mine here, I will donate to you, to your organization, to your curricula, to your ashram, and so on. And then the problem was solved. And he was very happy. The problem is solved. Now he's going to say, okay, now I have to give my house to the Lord, to the house of the Lord, to the ashram, And then say, so I need to think it over and see how I'm going to do that. And then he goes there and he talks to the manager of the ashram. He say, listen, I promised to sell to give away this house, okay, to the Lord. But I did not explain the details. I have some old furniture that has a spiritual value to me, okay? And I have 3 cats that have even much more value than the house, And then we're gonna have to define the value of this asset. Okay, it's like you have a house, so what goes to the land, what goes to the house, what goes to the furniture. He put all the value on the cat and some furniture, okay? And then they calculate if the house was worth $1 million, and then if you deduct the value that he's attributed to the cat and those few furniture, and then he was owning just $1,500 or something like that. Very smart way to make his attribution a value, and then the manager of the ashram looked at him and said, "Oh my God, you can never trust these business people." These 3 words put together, prabhavaham, pralayam, stananam. These 3 words put together means shrit, sit, layan, karanam. I am the substratum from whom the creation rises, in whom the creation rests, in whom the creation resolves. So, I am the base, I am the substratum, I am the seed. The seed projects from where this universe, rise, and then everything rests on me, and everything after some time resolves back to me. It rise from me, it rests in me for some time. It's a slightly different concept as of projection and then managing through laws and principles and then destroying everything. Here he just says this creation rests in me dynamically, of course. It's not nobody rests. Everybody is running around. Okay? And then it resolves back. Nothing has happened, but yet the universe has rested and resolved back into into Ishvara, into Maya, Ishvara. I'm the storehouse, the repository of everything in the creation, not only everything, even every knowledge as well. So, what is the meaning you guys find in this word repository?
That's perhaps where everything is kept. It's like a safe. You put all your valuables there, it's all right there. It's a repository for your valuables.
Okay.
It's everything is kept. Unless Mark has a clearer definition.
No, very good, Lynn.
Yeah, he says here, I am the storehouse. So, which, and then he said, the repository of everything in the creation. So everything is contained in me, the seed of the universe, this total knowledge, intelligence. Not only everything, but all knowledge as well. Because as we know, we cannot have this universe without the knowledge, projecting, sustaining everything. So this is important because it brings us back to the teaching or the this we have seen this aspect of the teaching saying that Ishvara being the knowledge, pure knowledge, the knowingness, the knowledge of everything, So means to say that the universe is here because of the knowledge. The knowledge allows the projection, the knowledge around the management, the sustenance, the maintenance, and with the same knowledge, Ishvara knows how to resolve it all back into this potential seed of the universe. So everything is stored in the seed of the universe. And then, and without knowledge, nothing is possible. This projection and sustenance is not possible without knowledge. Knowledge is everything. Knowledge is Chit aspect of Brahman. So it's the knowingness, is this incredible Chit manifesting as Sattva Guna. So I'm the storehouse of the universe, but remember, the universe cannot exist without knowledge. So I'm just projecting it together with knowledge. The knowledge is all the time here because we don't know almost anything. And then science develops, we start tapping and discovering some knowledge, some law, some principle. But the knowledge is here. This is an intelligent designed cosmos, universe. So I'm the repository of everything, not only everything, but all knowledge is stored in me. So suppose scientists are going to discover new theorems, something that was not discovered yet. So was this theorem, this knowledge, there before or not? Of course it was there before. It just was covered up by ignorance. Therefore, the best word to indicate this is we uncovered the ignorance. We discovered the ignorance. So the knowledge is always there. Therefore, we need to remove the veil of ignorance. Every time we discover something, we discover this knowledge which is built into the creation, but we do not have an understanding. And where is this knowledge? This knowledge is God. Everything is there in God as God. I mean, it's unbelievable people who cannot see that this intelligent designed universe must have an intelligent principle which is not a byproduct of matter. Matter is inert. These scientists, these people, these modern people, come to the point and say, oh, doesn't matter. So this whole universe is full of intelligence. Therefore, God is nature. So now they have transferred God to just trees and not that God is none of this. God is also this one, but it's free and independent from nature. So they reduce all the base, the fundamental uh, base of all religions, which is there is an omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, supreme intelligence, design and sustain everything. That is God. They reduce that. They say there is nothing independent from nature. There is only nature. Nature is God. So once they do that, what's the next step? The next step, and by the way, I am part of nature, therefore I am God. So I want you to surrender to me and worship me because there is no God besides nature. Is the man reducing God to nature to later on transfer to himself the status of being God. This is very subtle. I see it through a lot of these talks. It's because I like to see what people say. I spend a lot of time seeing the best people, the people that I find most knowledgeable about all kind of things happening in the world. And this tendency of denying this intelligence, which is totally free and independent from nature, from the material physical universe, and even the metaphysical, the subtle, interdimension, everything is just matter energy. And it's not intelligent on its own. There is an intelligence pervading all, everything, but people cannot see it. They fall for the phenomenon and they end up believing that God is nature, which is not completely off the truth, but it is misleading if you do not understand that not is beyond nature or beyond or before nature. So I am the exhaustible seed of this universe, an exhaustible seed out of which infinite things appear, infinite numbers of things appear. So one small seed and then, numberless configurations of the elements. Therefore, the difference between Nidanam and Bijam, one can be taken to be the karma palam, which are in potential form. Sanchita Rupam. So I am the karma paladatta, I am the karma, and I am in potential form Sanchita Rupam, and Avyayam, Bijam can be taken as everything and being in the creation. I am the inexhaustible seed. In short, I am everything. Yeah, everything. Everything resolves into Saguna Nirguna Ishvara. I energize the universe. I draw and release the raining waters. I alone am the cause of immortality, as well mortality. I am the manifest as well as unmanifest, or Arjuna. So does he say that I am the cause of mortality and immortality in the verse? Let me read it again here. And because Swami is not going to elaborate on that last thing. So no, he does not talk about mortality and immortality in the verse. I'm the ground of resolution, the support, the repository. I'm the inexhaustible seed of the universe. And then here in the end, Swam adds some words. I'm not only the inexhaustible seed of this universe, and the seed out of which infinite things appear. Therefore, the difference between Nidanam and Bijam, one can be taken to be Kamam Palam, which are in potential Sanchita, Rupan, and Dada. Can be taken as everything and being and beings, everything and every being in the creation. Okay. I am the exhaustible seed. I am everything. And then he says in this verse, he brings the anticipate. Okay, I'm sorry. He's going to talk to that in the verse 19, which appears here. Yeah. I energize the universe. I draw and release the raining waters. I alone am the cause of immortality as well mortality. I am the manifest as well the unmanifest, Arjuna. I want to see in which way he's using this cause of immortality. I want to see how Swamiji is going to interpret that. So now Krishna comes to something which is recognized by all the people. Importance, everyone knows. And what is that? Surya. Okay, the energy that we get from our sun. So what is the role played by our sun? The very earth exists because of the sun. The very earth is energized because of the sun. And we survive because of the sun at certain proper distance from us. As we know, if it comes too near and then everything burns and then we cannot survive here. If it moves a little bit farther back, we freeze and we die at the right distance. Then in the form of the seasons, the 4 seasons, sun is very important. And that's why in our daily prayers, sun is taken as manifestation of Ishvara, Pratyaksha Daiva. In Sandhyavyandam, both in the morning and in the afternoon, the sun is how you say, uh, worshipped as Ishvara. So the whole thing is the glory of the sun, the Surya. And then Swami is going to elaborate a little bit on different stages of the sun. The sun in the morning, the sun in the evening, in midday is burning stronger. He's going to share some beautiful mantras. Okay, we're gonna go into this our next class. And when is gonna be our next class, by the way?
I don't know if Mark's schedule has changed already or.
Sorry, just give me 1 second and I'll just check my schedule. Sorry about that. Next week I'm free on Wednesday and Thursday. But you guys go ahead and have classes, and I'll catch up on YouTube.
What I want to know is we're gonna meet this Friday or not?
I won't be available to attend the class on Friday.
Okay, that's what I need to know. And when you're gonna be available?
I will be available Wednesday and Thursday next week.
Okay, and then we meet again on Monday without Mark, and then we go for Wednesday and Thursday as well, that Mark is available, okay?
Great.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Arjuna.
We meet again next Monday, okay? Then I can focus on some project. I have somebody Friday coming here as well. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishate Om Shanti 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 Om. Okay, Mark, Lynn, we meet on Monday without Mark, okay? And then Mark, you said Wednesday and Thursday, right?
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday next week.
Okay, I'm gonna send it the schedule for next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, okay?
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. Beautiful class again, Arlinda.
Oh, nice. Appreciate